Living my best life, hey, yeah, just cruising around in my dives, letting the wind throw to my hair, listening to the... What is up, Patrice gang? What is up, y'all? What is up? What's happening, man? So, today, I will be reacting to Trey Bills. Truth is, now, y'all have been asking for this video for the last week and a half, and I'm just now recording this, okay? It was times where I was like, all right, let me get up and record this video, but I didn't feel like it. I would feel like it, then I wouldn't feel like it, then I would feel like it, and then not feel like it. And I'm like, man, I don't want to react to this. I really don't. And I'm being so honest with you guys right now. I didn't want to react to this at all. But you guys have been asking me for this. And I love you all so much to the point where I just have to give it to you all. So I'm sorry that it is so late. I'm sorry that it took me so long to record this, but I just couldn't. I wasn't in the mood. I didn't want to react to this video. You know, I actually started to watch this on my own, but because you guys wanted it, I was like, I'm gonna wait. So apparently Trey Bills and Ari have broken up. We already knew this though, you know. But I'm going to see what he has to say. Hit that like button, hit that bell so you can be notified every time I do post and upload lit videos for you all. Tell a friend about me, about both of my channels. Let them know it's a situation over here because I have the latest family. I wish I had something to eat with this. And you guys also wanted me to react to Ari's video as well. So I'll probably do that one next. But anyway, let's get it. Bear with me. It really took a lot for me to make this, but here goes nothing.
What's good, you guys? I know it's been a minute since I made a video. I know it's been a minute since some of you have seen me. I know a lot of you have been asking me and wondering what's going on. So today I'm going to be explaining to you guys, giving you guys the truth, giving you guys just, you know, just kind of closing the chapter on, you know, a lot of misunderstanding that you guys may have, some of the supporters and stuff like that. So I want to start this video off by saying that this is by far not a video to bash anybody or to comfort anybody, but I just wanted to speak my truth and, you know, put everything on the table and, you know, basically just move on from it. Where do I even start? A lot of things have been happening over the course of the past couple, like maybe 3 to 4 months. A lot has happened, a lot has changed in my life. A lot of things have kind of come up that have kind of, well, really just distracted me from what I need to be focused on. And that's really giving you guys quality content, great content, so you guys can, you know, watch and be happy with. Because of course, you know, you guys know I love making videos, making content for you guys, entertaining you guys. But unfortunately, starting off, you know, some people in my family passed away that were close to me. That, you know, it took a toll on me where I had to just kind of just step back from everything and just look at life, because as y'all know, the pandemic is going on.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of families have been affected by this.
And I send my prayers to Trey. I send my prayers to him. It's real hard when you lose somebody close to you or just in general. So I do send my prayers to him, his family, and, you know, I send my prayers to all of us. Just let's, you know, stay strong. Let's help one another, be there for one another. And let's just lift each other up.
Pandemic, with losing loved ones and so on. But, you know, I lost a couple of people that it took a toll on me, and I wasn't able to really, like, I didn't know where to put my emotions. I didn't know where to, you know, vent. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do with all my emotions. Or my feelings and what I was dealing with within that aspect of my family, you know, dealing with someone catching the coronavirus and not being able to make it.
Right.
So I was really trying to be here for not only, you know, myself, but my family, my mom needed me the most, my sister, just my family in general needed me. So it was a lot on me. It was a lot to deal with because, I wanted to come give you guys great content, but I wasn't happy. You know what I mean? I wasn't myself.
Right.
I wasn't the positive Billy that you guys know. And for that, I didn't want to really, be on social media because I didn't want to, try to fake it. I was dealing with a lot. And it was just really strong. It was weighing on me so heavy that I wasn't able to really just be focused. And for that, I apologize to you guys because, I didn't communicate it at the time. But like I said, it was a lot going on. I didn't really know how to communicate that. Another thing that really took a toll on me was my relationship. A lot of people, have their opinions or have their ideas or assumptions on what went down between me and Ari, but I feel like you really wouldn't understand if you were not in that relationship. And again, I'm not going to say anything bad about Ari. I just want to, just basically let it be known that, we ran into problems within our relationship in which we weren't able to necessarily fix.
Right, right.
We were patching a lot of things that happened. We were patching them instead of fixing them. And so I want to touch more. I want to go more in depth into that. So within our relationship, we were together for 3 years, and I learned a lot from Ari. And I didn't want to shoot this video. The reason why it's taking me so long to really do this video is because I didn't want to shoot the video while I was angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to shoot the video while I was still in my feelings about the situation, because then I would not really, I feel like you guys wouldn't really understand where I'm coming from when I'm saying what I'm saying in this video. In relationships, it can get, when you're a public figure,
yeah,
it can become to be, it can get very messy. And that's if you allow social media to be in your relationship. And unfortunately, me and Ari allowed social media to be in our relationship. And what I mean by that is that, social media knew too much about
your
what we were dealing with in our relationship. And I honestly apologize to Ari for that, because, a lot of things that I did on my end, as far as taking certain things to social media that shouldn't have been taken to social media, I did out of the sense of being hurt, and really not being mature in different situations within our relationship. So I won't say that, I can't sit and say that I was perfect within this whole, within the relationship with Ari. I wasn't perfect. I had my flaws and imperfections, but what I will say is that I was trying everything I could to be perfect for Ari. However, I had my shortcomings, and I had, things that I needed to work on as a person. But I feel that in relationships...
And let me go back on, he said he tried to, be perfect for Ari. Everybody knows that there's no such thing as a perfect person. Okay, I'm still learning that. And I know this, but knowing me, and because I'm around myself and I know myself, I tend to try to be perfect for everybody except for me. I try to be this perfect person. I try to make the right choices, the right decisions. And of course, you're not going to always please this person, or you're not going to always please everybody. You're not going to always be the perfect person that this person wants you to be, because we all have flaws, we make mistakes, right? But him just saying that he wanted to be this perfect guy, this perfect boyfriend for Ari, it makes you look, and because you know, they're influencers, you know, they're in the public eye. Everybody kind of looks at them like, okay, you can't make mistakes. You have to be perfect. Your relationship has to be rainbows and skittles, you know? And that shouldn't be the case. People shouldn't make you out to be that perfect person, you know? We're all human at the end of the day. We're all human. We all bleed the same. We all eat the same. We all, you know, we all poop the same, whatever. At the end of the day, we're all human, and there's no such thing as a perfect person. Because somebody that's not looked at as an influencer wouldn't be able to take the, oh, you have to be perfect all the time. They wouldn't be able to take it. You would lose your mind because you know that you're not perfect. You know there's no such thing as a perfect person. So for him saying that he was trying to be this perfect boyfriend for Ari, and not just for Ari, but for everybody, you know, it's like, dang, man, you know, it makes you really look at it and think, like, the world that we live in today, people actually want us to be looked at as perfect, as people that don't make mistakes, but we all make mistakes, man, at the end of the day. Some people will get it, some people won't get it, but the only perfect person is God. We not perfect, and we never will be.
The thing that is important in relationships is the way that two people connect. As time progressed, I think that me and Ari sort of lost that connection, and people can sort of see it in our videos because, you know, it just began to not be the same. It began to feel like, you know, she was just my, you know, like, she was my girlfriend, but it began to feel like, you know, she was just here for the work, you know what I mean? And instead of, like, you know, being here for me, at a sense. The key word and what I want y'all to understand, the key word in what I just said is the connect part. If you don't connect with a person, not just on a physical standpoint, but on a mental standpoint, the relationship would never work. It would never be able to, and spiritual, I want to throw spiritual in there because I'm going to tap into that as well. But
gotta throw that in there.
The relationship would never work because of a loss of connection.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have to be willing to connect on a mindset level. It's more important to connect on a mindset level than the physical, because physical, you know, that can, you know, that's kind of like a narrow street, you know what I mean? But on a mental, it's more broad because it's so much that we think of. You gotta think about it like this: we're all different individuals.
Right.
I'm a different individual than Ari. Ari was a different individual than me, and, you know, so on and so on. But the thing is, when you're dating somebody and being in a companionship with somebody, you have to connect with them, their mental. You have to make sure that you're aligning yourself up with their mindset, and they're aligning themselves up with your mindset, so that you guys can be one and have the same mindset. Now, mind you, you're a different individual, so you're not going to think the same on everything. You know what I mean? You're not going to always, you know, like the same thing that person like or whatever. But it's important to make sure that you're connecting with that person on a mental mindset, because the mental is what controls the body. You know what I mean? And so if you don't achieve that aspect of the relationship will never be prosperous. It can't prosper because you're not connected mentally. Another thing is, you want to make sure that you're supporting your other half's dreams and goals. Yeah. You know, it's okay to have your own dreams and goals and, you know, whatever, but the support has to be there, because if it's not there, then you feel like you feel like you're dating somebody that's just a friend. You know what I mean? Like, you have to support each other. It's important because it's like, you know, with being in a relationship, it's already enough to have to, okay, it's me and you, it's going to be only me and you, those are our boundaries, you set those boundaries, okay, cool. But it's another thing to support too, because it's like, you know, if we're together, I I just feel like it's you have to support me. Like it's no other. It shouldn't be no. I shouldn't even have to question that because that's where it should be. It should be genuine support off the jump, off the cup. Like as soon as we decide that okay, it's gonna be me and you. No matter what you do, the type of person I am. No matter what you do, I'm gonna support you. You know, right or wrong. You feel me? Now, if it's wrong, I'm gonna tell you behind closed doors, hey, you look, you were wrong. But the support is always gonna be there. It's never gonna change. It's never gonna be, oh, I feel like he's not. No, I'm a very supportive person. So
yeah, me
in return as a person, I absolutely expect that out of somebody that I feel is my companion. And with being together, it's important to give insight to each other so that you can help each other grow. I feel like oftentimes in a lot of, in our generation of relationships and dating, people don't necessarily know how to give insight without it being a biased opinion. It's a difference between insight, which that can help a person, then rather than giving them a biased opinion. Also is taking accountability. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like taking accountability in relationships. It's always, oh, well, you did this, you did that. No, take accountability for your actions, because when you don't take accountability for your actions, you're steady pointing a finger.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily owning up to what you did wrong. What did you do wrong in the situation? Because oftentimes, it's a cause and an effect. You know what I'm saying? There's a situation, and then there's the outcome, the action. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like relationships have all these components. So many components that you have to touch on. And if you're lacking in at least, like, it can be one, but if it's one thing that is maybe small to you, it's probably big to the other person. And a lot of people don't take the time out to understand that about relationships. You know what I mean? Relationships can be great, can be prosperous, but they also take a lot of work and effort. And I don't think a lot of people understand that before they get into relationships.
Yeah.
They get into relationships off of lust or what could be, instead of understanding, like, okay, this is going to take work. This is going to take time. This is going to take effort.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
he is speaking facts, and he is pinpointing each topic, each point of how a relationship should be built. Okay? Go on, Trey. Educate these people. Let them know.
I want to touch on first the relationship aspect of, what I feel like, where we kind of went wrong, in our relationship. We a lot of things took place in which, we could have talked about it, and we could have, went on and so forth, but being that communication and that communication sometimes lacked, it caused deeper issues, and which later on down the road we weren't able to necessarily fix. You know what I mean? A wise person once asked me, what do I share with Ari? And what do I feel about Ari? And why aren't we together? Because this is recent why they asked me. But they asked me, what did I learn? What did I take away from Ari? And what could I have done different within our relationship? Now, again, this is not to bash or make Ari look bad, because, we all are human, and we all have things and lessons that we have to learn from. We all have mistakes that we've made, and, that doesn't make us a bad person. What makes you a bad person is if you continue to make those mistakes and not make change. So that's why I want to reiterate that again. This is not to make Ari or try to make anybody look bad. I have to let you guys know, because it's been so long that I haven't spoken on this. So I wanted to speak on this so you guys know that, I don't have any bad blood towards Ari, and I don't hate Ari, but I have to close this chapter because of everything that's going on around us. So again, they asked me, what did I learn from Ari? And there were a lot of things that I learned from Ari. I learned that, I can't be selfish. I can't be self-centered. I can't be I have to communicate when even when I don't want to communicate.
Yeah, that's my thing.
I have to communicate. I have to be able to be willing to be open about different things.
Yeah,
I have to,
me too.
I have to, make sacrifices sometimes. These are all the things that I've learned from her. You know what I mean? A lot of things that, that I wasn't used to because, before I got with her, I was, single prior to that. You know what I mean? So walking into meeting Ari and everything that she had going on with her personal life, it opened my eyes up to understanding that I can't be a selfish person and expect somebody else.
Pretty much, he's new to this, not true to this. But communication is key. I gotta work on my communication. I have to work on opening up about things that bother me. I'm a very closed person, okay? So it takes a lot for me to open up, and it takes a lot for me to actually tell you how I'm feeling. And that's what I've learned from every relationship that I've been in, to open up, to communicate, and just to not be selfish, and to understand. Be more understanding. That's what I've learned a lot. Let me know down below what you have learned in, your past relationships, or what are you learning in your relationship now if you're in one.
To be unselfish. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot from her. I learned love is not something that you just play and toy around with. It's real. I learned, a lot. I learned a lot of things from her. That's why I have to tell you guys that I don't hate Ari. I don't have any bad blood towards Ari. I learned, Ari is a great, entertainer. I've learned tools that, I've been able to use to entertain you guys with. And so forth. It's so many things that, that I can go on, the list can go on and on. But, unfortunately, we wasn't able to keep things together to continue to, life has its ways of, I just want to say that life has its ways of teaching us lessons.
Yeah.
And, right now is probably not, it's just, probably not the best time for us to be together because of the simple fact that both of us need to, focus on ourselves and building and, because so much has happened within our relationship that, it's just like, with the group and just, it was just so much that happened, you guys. Like, this video will be way longer than, this video would just be hours if I go on about everything, but I don't want to talk about the negatives. I don't want to, make this video about the negatives. This video is not about, that. You know what I mean? This video is not about that. This video is just me basically telling you guys why I have been, not present and just been so low key lately. However, as I grow and as I mature and put things into perspectives, I envision not now, definitely not now because I'm working on myself, but in the future, I envision someone who is discreet and very private about our relationship and what we're dealing with. Because I feel like privacy is needed within relationships. You need that privacy because, when you get to having everybody in your relationship and everybody having these opinions and everybody having, somewhat of a say-so on how you react in a relationship, it begins to become toxic. Mm-hmm. And when it becomes toxic, you have to let go because at that point, you don't want to begin to hate somebody. And that's where, and I'm glad that me and Ari was able to understand that about, about our relationship. Things have begun to get toxic. And to the point to where, it was days where I wasn't eating. It was days where I could not sleep. It was days where, you know, I just wasn't myself. Like, honestly,
you know
like,
what?
and anybody.
And I get what he's saying. I'm sitting here acting all shocked and surprised, but I get what he's saying. Okay, I get what he's saying because I went through that. Days of not eating, days of not sleeping, days of crying, morning to night or evening to night. Cry myself to sleep, wake up, my eyes would be puffy. So I get what he's saying. I really do get what he's saying. I don't know why I sat here and was acting all shocked, but you know, I guess because you never think that somebody else is experiencing the same thing that you went through. You know, I'm thinking, dang, I'm probably the only one. And it feels really good when you know, when you're out of that space, when you can eat again and sleep again, you know, when you're not crying every night.
That knows me can tell you that I was not myself for a while. You know what I mean? Because of everything that I had been put through and endured. You know what I mean? And I just decided never to speak on it because I'm the type of person, I'm a big person on loyalty. I'm a big person on, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to protect your image. If I love you and I say I love you, I'm going to protect your image the best way I can. Now, sometimes I would, you know, as things kind of got out of control and out of my hand, to where I feel like I was losing self-control.
Right.
I started to speak out about a couple of things or whatever, but I never wanted to, you know, I've never been a person of trying to air out someone else's business or, you know, even my own personal business, you know what I mean? So it made me feel, you know, even worse that I even had to go on, you know, that route of, you know, telling my business and doing that, you know what I mean, instead of entertaining, you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is, and it happened, and I'm a human. I'm going to make mistakes, but that's not something that I'm used to doing because I don't move that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? I prefer to fix problems within, you know, individuals that I love and that I care for privately. Let's handle this off camera. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we doing business together. You know, I want to keep doing great business with people. So I love handling situations, but I prefer to handle situations off camera. Let's handle this off camera unless we decide that we both decide that, okay, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this on camera. We're going to discuss this on camera or whatever you know, the situation may be. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? However, some of our disagreements got put on camera, and you know, I absolutely hated it. Like, I did not like it at all because of how private and discreet I am and how I've been raised. You know, I wasn't raised to, you know, air out somebody's business on social media or air out even my own personal business on social media. You know what I mean? So everything that was happening was fresh. It was new to me because I'm not used to that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't used to having a public relationship. I wasn't used to, you know, having to deal with some of my business being put out on business on public. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of the information that was put out wasn't even, you know, true information, and just having to deal with that information as well, it was just, you know, like, wow, what am I really doing? So, like I said, along the process, y'all can understand why I say I felt like I was getting lost within this whole situation. Also, another thing as I move forward, I want someone who, you know, has her own vision, has her own path. And the reason I say that is because when you begin to, you know, intermingle and deal with somebody that's doing the same thing, sometimes they will try to make it competition or try to get one up on you instead of, that's why I said the first thing, like earlier on in the video, the support. The support has to be there, because if not, you begin to, you know, run into that aspect of, you know, people trying to be in a competition with you. And it's not, me personally, I don't compete with people that, you know, that are in the same, like, if we're on the same team, I'm not trying to compete with you. You know what I mean? I'm trying to win with you. I'm trying to eat with you. I'm trying to grow with you. I'm trying to prosper with you. I'm trying to build, maintain with you.
All right, y'all. So I know I look rough. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. I'm tired. I just got home from classes and I'm irritated. Okay, I'm irritated because I was editing this video and there's no ending, and half of the video is gone. So I'm like, what in the world, y'all? Not only did it take me 2 hours to record this video, don't ask, but half of it is gone. That doesn't make, but listen, you know, I'm a YouTuber. Stuff like this happens all the time. This is not the first incident, but it's the fact that I took so long to film this. It took me so long to film this, and half of the video is gone and the ending is gone. So I'm making the ending for this video. All I'm gonna say about the video is that I wish Trey and Ari nothing but the best. I wish them nothing but the best, and I want to see them win. I want to see them win, so I most definitely will support both of them individually. Relationships don't last. Obviously, you know, things happen. Sometimes you have to go your separate ways. Sometimes you have to end a chapter in order to start a new one. So I felt everything that Trey said, and I also reacted to Ari's video, so you guys will most definitely see that video tomorrow on Tuesday, and probably with another video as well. But I wish them both the best. I was team Trey. I was rooting for them, you know. I wanted to see them win. But like I said, you know, things happen. Relationships don't always end well. And sometimes when it's time to go, it's time to go. Like I said, I wish them nothing but the best. I send my love, my prayers to them. And let's all continue to go up. Let's rise together. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that bell so you can be notified every time I do post and upload lit bangers for you all. If you guys have made it this far, I want you guys to comment down below the muscle emoji. I'll put it on the screen right here, which will stand for the strongest gang, the strongest family, you know. And yeah, y'all, so I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. I'm feeling good. I'm happy, man. I'm screaming yes, amen. Man, I'm praying to God and then thanking Him. I've got my hands together, man. I'm sitting here and I'm jumping, yeah.